Hey guys, it's me, Amy with Paper Crane Wishes, and today I'm going to show you going to Vegas with your kid and all of the cool things that you can do in Vegas with your kid. So a lot of people told me or kind of gave me a raised eyebrow when I told them that I was going to Vegas with my kid, but there are so many activities you can do, and if you pick the right hotel and if you find the right activities, you can have an amazing time in Vegas. We drove in, which I really was happy for. It was an 8-hour ride from New Mexico, and we were able to hit up the Hoover Dam on the way into Vegas because we were going west, and it was right off the highway, believe it or not. And it was a totally free activity that we could do. And I mean, how can you deny yourself to see one of the greatest man-made, and it was free. So it had a really nice stuff. And on top of it, it had a great photo opportunity right off the side of the highway by the Nevada sign. So if you're looking to get some really awesome pictures early in the morning, which is what we did, we took an amazing picture by the Nevada sign. And this was all free, by the way, like a totally free activity that you can do with your kid. Something that sometimes things like this can get really expensive. There was some fear on the giant bridge, but we were able to see the Hoover Dam. And it was a 20-minute stop on the side of the highway before we hit Las Vegas. One of the things we've always wanted to do with our kid. The next thing that we did is we went to the Welcome to Fabulous Las Vegas sign, which was kind of interesting because it's in the middle of the median. So if you're driving in, you go to the middle of the median, and there's a bunch of parking, and there's actually a huge line to kind of get a picture by the Las Vegas sign. We tend to think that we're just going to get there and there's not going to be a line. There's a line, trust me. So bring bottled water, and I would recommend going early. We were able to hit the Las Vegas sign and the Hoover Dam before noon as we zipped into the MGM Grand to park our car. Parking at the MGM Grand is $15 a night for a whole, which I thought was very affordable. And I mean, I was really impressed. Here's the sign. I tried to slow it down because I know that's a question that people have is, how much is it going to cost? What's that going to look like? So for the 4 days that we stayed at the MGM Grand, we paid $60 in parking. And on top of that, we paid $130 a night at the MGM Grand. There was a $100 security deposit for every single night that we stayed. However, they give that money back. And, I was really impressed. The parking obviously had these cool little lights that would go red and green so you could see where people, already the fanciness began. And then we got to the cool Lion MGM Grand iconic statue. Another amazing opportunity to take a photo for free with your kid. The amount of free, cool photo ops that you can get throughout Vegas is amazing. And we actually were able to do a digital check-in at the lobby, and our room was ready in 15 minutes at 1 p.m., even though official check-in is different. The keys are run with, through your phone digitally, and I found that really convenient. Here's a little pan over of what the MGM Grand Hotel restroom looks like when you're in your hotel room. You get kind of all the standard stuff. You've got a hairdryer. However, I will note that in the MGM Grand Hotel, you will not get a refrigerator. You can rent one for $35 a night, but they do have ice on every floor. So if you bring a cooler, you can cool some of your drinks, which I would highly recommend, because once you're in the resort, things get expensive, from $30 drinks down at the pool and whatever have you. So definitely stock up on your favorite drinks and snacks before. Also, finding a cup of coffee was really difficult. There is not a coffee maker in the MGM Grand hotel rooms. So when I woke up the next morning, oh my gosh, there's only one Starbucks in the lobby, and then you're kind of far from everything. So definitely figure out some ways that you can make breakfast convenient, because we found it kind of hard to have breakfast. But they did have a spacious closet. They did have beautiful sheets, amazing amenities that I really, really enjoyed. And they did have the mini bar, which were run by sensors. And this, when you get anything from the mini bar, that comes from your security deposit. At the end, they cash you out through whatever you paid through the mini bar. And then we're looking here and we're walking down, and this is on our way to the coolest reason to stay at the MGM Grand, which is the pool area. And if you're going to the MGM Grand and you're going to Vegas, I just recommend you stay here because they've got like a 2-mile lazy river. And every single day that we were in Vegas, we spent at the lazy river. We would hit up Vegas a little bit and then we were ready to go to the lazy river. And they had 3 hot tubs, 4 pools, and then all sorts of different things, little bars, little cabanas, tons of places. You had to get an inner tube, and one inner tube, like I said, it's expensive, was $30. So if you have your own workaround for that, maybe you've got more kids and you want, to save some money, I highly recommend bringing your own inner tubes and maybe a pump, because you can save a pretty penny if you bring your own inner tubes. And like I said, we were hitting it every day, super nice. I hung out in the hot tub, kind of switched times with my husband between hanging out with my daughter so that we could both, get a really, really fun experience. There's waterfalls, as you can see in the back. There's palm trees. And if you look in the back, you can actually see the Top Golf course back there. But this was definitely the gem of staying because I could just go up to the hotel. I could maybe hit the slot machines, take some, me and my husband, we take turns kind of just to get out. So we went to a really cute restaurant in Vegas, downtown, and we went early in the morning at 11 a.m. and there was no one there. And this is a pretty affordable, if you kind of go for lunch entrees in the restaurants, you will be able to pay less. And I highly recommend making reservations in the evening because it was incredibly difficult to get a table, maybe because of restrictions, because of COVID or things like that. I don't really know, but like I said, here's the Hershey's Chocolate World. This was across the street from the MGM Grand, literally a balcony. They had a walkway that you could just go right to it. And of course, this is super fun to hang out in. Fun little treats everywhere. My daughter got the most epic milkshake I've ever seen in my life that had like a Hershey's little chocolate square in it and every little Hershey thing you could possibly want. And so this was an amazing stop. Definitely go check it out. They had their own customized Hershey bakery. So they took all of their Hershey products and chocolates and created them into a specialized bakery that you can only really enjoy in Vegas. Merch galore. So, this is a really fun stop for kids. There's tons of things to have fun with, and we went early in the morning, which was a great idea because it wasn't too busy. So if you find the right times, you can go. And with, COVID restrictions, things were pretty free and easy for this time. We went on Father's Day 2021, and we found a lot of fun stuff to do. So the other component of the MGM Grand is the monorail is built directly into the hotel on the way to the pool. So you don't even have to walk outside of the MGM Grand technically. You walk outside and there's the monorail. And I really like this aspect because I have a daughter. She's really, it's hard for her to walk around. But with the monorail, we were able to hit all of the biggest sites, all of the biggest stations. It was $5 per ride to go back and forth on the monorail. We stopped at the Bally's and Harrah's station, which was, great. And it was right by the high roller. And from there, we were able to walk. And even with our daughter, we were able to walk to the Mirage to see the volcano. And it's got a great view, and it's air conditioned. And you can get a full pass for the full day for $15. So you can hit up all of the different stations. But we just wanted to stop at Bally's. And we also wanted to stop at Harrah's to see just the fun stuff that was out there. So that was a really, really cool part of it. You get the transportation, you get everything you could possibly need, and it's pretty great, you know what I mean? And when you get off at the Harrah's Bally's, you can see a beautiful view of the high roller, which is an amazing kind of Ferris wheel that they even have for a half hour. You can go on and you can do like a happy hour. There's the Flamingo. There's a giant candy store right we walked out, and here we are just kind of hanging out by the Mirage, waiting for the volcano to start. And, you're right there by all the lights, and you're walking on the strip, and having the time of your life with your kiddos. So I would, definitely do it. I had tons of fun. And the only thing I would recommend is in the mornings, definitely plan some early morning activities. Nothing really opens on this trip until 11. And so on one of the mornings, we went to a national park. This one is called the Red Rock Canyon, and go check it out. It was $5. It took about 2 hours. It was a 30-minute drive to go up there, but it's just one of those components that makes it really easy if you bring your own car. Plus, it was super beautiful. Alright guys, if you like this video and it kind of helped you plan for your Vegas vacation, give it a big thumbs up. Subscribe if you want to see more family travel blogs, crafting blogs, everything blogs with me. We're really doing some fun new things. And thank you so much for watching, and I will see you next time.